Hey guys, this is Matt for Creative. Today we're looking at the iPhone 12 mini in 2023. This is running iOS 17 beta. So at the very least, if you want to know, can an iPhone 12 mini run iOS 17 beta? Yes, it can. iOS 17, just as a tangent, has some issues with all the phones that I have from the most current to this one, but they're doing fine. I mean, it's a beta. This is exactly what you have to go through. But let's just look at this phone from the standpoint about being in 2023. I have an iPhone 13 mini, which I made a video about as well. It is my favorite phone to use. I would use that phone out of everyone. If they made an iPhone 14 mini or 15 mini or whatever, I would get that phone. I think it's an amazing phone. And by the way, I really think that the next iPhone SE should be this. I know that it wasn't a huge sell for Apple, but I think those SE models, they do really well. Remember when they brought back the iPhone 5 and 5S body into the SE? I bought that in a second, and it was a beautiful little device, not being part of like the big thing, because I think everybody wants like the standard size iPhone, and then the Plus or the Max or whatever they're calling it at this point, they want that, and that's just what people want. But I think this would be really, really well done as a special edition phone with kind of current hardware and better specs. But I do have to say there is one key difference from the 12 to the 13 mini, and that is battery life. The battery life on this is probably the worst out of all the devices I have. My battery health is actually at 83%, and I just got off talking to my parents on the phone for maybe about 20 minutes. You can kind of see how it went from 100% just because I leave it on the charger all the time, down. It went down pretty quickly. We're at 73%. This is a phone that I kind of swap in and out with other phones that I use. It is perfectly usable. If this is all that you can get as a phone, you can get this. You can even maybe upgrade the battery, as in go to Apple and get the battery swapped out for a new one. If you are like under 80%, which I'm at 83%, I'm kind of just right there, but still that means you have about 80% of a battery that still wasn't that good to begin with. So at the very least, I would keep this in low power mode at all times if you are ever leaving the house, if this is your only device. Now for me personally, I always recommend having two phones. For me, a lot of the time I use two minis, just because if I'm editing on one, having something render and process, I can still use the other. If I'm on the phone with somebody and I need to actually like write down stuff and I don't have my AirPods in, I can do that as well. It is great dual wielding devices, but as a device by itself, I really think that this is limited in terms of its battery. So one of the things that I've had for, I guess, a few years now is the MagSafe battery pack. It fits perfectly on the back of the phone here. It's going to extend the battery life. It's going to help out a lot. And it is good to have this, but for me, I'm a person who uses the Apple Wallet all the time. So if I remove the wallet from here, it could just be kind of an issue because, hey, where am I going to put this while I am charging this? But if you're somebody who doesn't use a wallet, which I don't know why, because I think you'd need your ID and at least a credit card or debit card or something, which is just what I need. But maybe if you don't, and you just kind of have this, and maybe you have your wallet completely separate, then this can just kind of live on here. This is a tiny device. I love having it. I do use this with a case when I'm outside. I'm just inside right now, kind of just showcasing everything. By the way, not sponsored, but this is a Rhino Shield. Oh, you don't want to focus, do you? This is a Rhino Shield little cover for this. Not that this has gone and gotten scratched at any point, but I actually did get this when I had a 13 Pro regular size, and the camera fixture on the back was completely destroyed. So I was getting little cases for that so I could still retain and use that device. And I was like, why not get it for this? It makes it a little bit different. I wish it came in black, but it's just something that's just here. Anyway, color-wise, iPhone 12 mini comes in black, or I guess you can call it space gray, but you can see there's no blue tone in it. In the current version, for 13 and 14, there's not really black. Black does not exist as a true color. There is, what is it even called? Whatever it is, the stupid name of it is a extremely, is it midnight? It's a dark, 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 dark blue. And that really upsets me. Just because I want it to be black. I wear a lot of black. I have black t-shirts. I have a black pair of shorts on right now. I usually kind of switch it up with different color shoes, but I want my devices to be exactly what they are, not a variation of that. And I kind of hate how so many products are released now and they are not exactly black. You can get the iPhone, 14 Pro and Pro Max in a very, very dark space gray or black color, even darker than the 13 generation, which was kind of gray, and I really loved it. But I did go with the purple for the 14 Pro. But if you really want black, that is this, and it really does work. I'm trying to clean this off just so you can see this, but all these kind of lights are going to reflect into it. But that's black. That's definitely black. There's a lot of cast right now, but color-wise, that's it. If you're somebody who maybe works at an office job, you can really go for a mini like this. And I mean mini like this, not even have to go up to the 13 mini, because really the only thing that I've seen that I am missing other than the battery life, is it the cameras? No, because the cameras are pretty much the same. It's sometimes it's the cinematic mode. When you're filming this way, you can use cinematic mode with a 13 mini. You cannot with this. When I am FaceTiming somebody, you can blur the background on the FaceTime with a 13 mini, but not this. So if, let's say, you are recording yourself and this is the only camera you have, and the back of your place is a mess, and you don't have a camera like this, because this blurs out the background. That's just what this camera does. It does a great job at doing that. But let's say you're using this, everything is going to be in focus pretty much, and whether you like it or not, people are going to see what you have behind you. So with the 13 mini and all the 13 devices, you can blur out that background. With this, you cannot. And I'm kind of, let's just see. I know I'm doing this kind of for myself, but yeah. Oh, it is a fixed selfie camera. Fixed focus selfie camera. iPhone 14, and I know we're talking about other phones here, but they have variable focus. So you get it really close, you can blur out that background to a little bit. I'm a big fan of this mini phone. I think it's great for if you're going running, if you have an office job and you can charge it when you get somewhere, or you can charge it in your car, or you can charge it at home. You're going to be perfectly fine. Just sit this on the charger, do your thing. But if you are using this a lot and you are out away from plugs, this battery is going to be an issue. Even the 13 mini may be an issue, and you have to get a certain larger size of iPhone just to be a little bit more secure battery-wise. You can always have this, but if this dies, then you're pretty much out of luck. But I recommend this. It is maybe about $100 to $150 cheaper than getting an iPhone 13 mini used. In fact, let's go to declutter, and I really want to see declutter. I use this a lot, again, not sponsored by them, but I really want to look at Apple iPhone. We're going to look at iPhone 12 mini, and let's see where these start at. We're going to go low to high. The lowest iPhone 12 64 gigabyte version is $300. I would, and that's unlocked, I would not go for 64 gigabytes. I would go for at least 128 gigabytes. And for this, they don't have it. But wow, wait. A red iPhone 12 mini with 256 gigabytes is $370. For $70 more, you quadruple the amount of storage space. that is not bad. Now, just for comparison's sake, we're going to go to the iPhone 13 mini. Where is the iPhone 13? Ooh, they only have one available right now. But already, it's a mini green 128 gigabytes for $449. So you're getting, so remember, iPhone 12 had 256 and there was 370. You're getting half that storage and you're paying more for it. Oh yeah, the notch. The notch is like different. This has the bigger notch. I don't care. I really don't care whether I'm watching videos, whether I'm recording things. It's never gotten in the way. The notch is just kind of there. I know the new models have the dynamic island in the Pro and the Pro Max. I don't care about that either. I would prefer to have nothing, but a notch is just kind of like what you have. I'm perfectly fine with this at this point. So go get it. You cannot get the 12 mini new anymore. You can get the 13 mini new, but this is a refurbished product from a while ago, and it's doing great. It does everything, and again, it runs iOS 17 beta the same as the other devices. So definitely go for it. In 2023, I think it's a great option. And again, if all you have is $300, you can get an iPhone 12 mini for $300. That's really, really good. And please make this form factor the next SE model. All right, guys, if you have any comments or questions, put it in the comment section below. Don't forget I'm on Instagram and Threads at M8B9. You can email me at creativenyc2023@gmail.com. I want to get a nice image without fingerprints, but wow, these fingerprints don't want to come off. I think this is a beautiful phone. I like the all black look of this. I think it works out really, really well. Looks great on camera. Wow, look at that. Do you remember the iPhone 7 had the shimmering back? What was that finish? Jet black. Jet black was my favorite color so far, but this one's pretty good too. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.